All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the May Boss Show. Can you believe it's May already? Go Gatsu, fifth month of the year, and we are ready for some more sumo. A little bit late on the welcome video. Usually I put it out about a week before the Boss Show starts, and the Boss Show does start this coming up Sunday, the 11th. I believe that's Mother's Day for many of you. Or maybe it's just here in Japan and it's a different day elsewhere. But anyway, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there watching. But we're in the midst of a big extended holiday here in Japan called Golden Week. And the last official day was yesterday, Kodomo no Hi, Children's Day. You get those lovely carp streamers up at many of the houses. If you have a young child, you're supposed to put up carp streamers. Uh, we had Constitution Day, Showa Day, Greenery Day, and they all kind of combine. And my school gave the entire week off of school. The last day we were at school was April 25th. So I think most of you know I went on a cruise. Yay. My first cruise ever on the Norwegian Spirit. And we went down to some of the islands of Okinawa and to Taiwan. And I had a great time. I just got back on Sunday, which is why I didn't put the video up on Sunday. And then yesterday, just had lots to do, shopping and laundry and everything. So I'm making the video today. It's Tuesday the 6th, the last day of my vacation. I go back to work tomorrow on the 7th, as do the kids come back to school. And yeah, I've got to get right into sumo. So I hope you're ready as well. I'll open the contest today. The link will be down in the description box for that. If you want to join the contest, you'll have until Monday the 12th at 10 p.m. Japan time. I always wait a day to close just in case you pick Hoshoru and he doesn't show up, or I don't want to jinx him. You pick another wrestler and they're injured or for some reason can't compete. You can switch out your team and edit your response to have the best luck in the contest. Okay, let's just jump in. So some of you are like, "Well, Jason, what happened on the cruise? I'm going to make a whole video about the cruise, but it'll be on my other channel, and I'll let you know when that happens. It'll be probably next weekend or something, but I'll try to do it while it's fresh in my mind and let you know my experiences as a solo traveler in his 50s who went on his first cruise. If you're interested in that, watch that video when it comes up. Okay, here we go. Share screen. So much to talk about. Oh, why is it not letting me share stuff? Documents. Okay. Whiteboard docs. Oh, did Zoom change their whole thing? Hmm. Screens. Well, I could share my desktop, but oh, maybe it has to be up. Okay, hold on. Let me cancel this. I know this is riveting. This is riveting videos right here. Okay, let me go boom, boom, and boom. Because I've got three tabs open that I want to share with you. Now go back to Zoom. Now let's hit share. Aha! Okay, so that's what I did wrong. Okay, so let's jump in. Uh, and here we go. Okay, so here we are, May the 11th to May the 25th. And there's our boy Onosato, the winner of the March Basho. Of course, the big news, will he repeat? Will he win another championship now that he's an Ozeki back to back and become a Yokozuna for the July tournament? The July tournament already is going to have a lot going on because of the new arena that it's going to be taking place in Nagoya. But if Onosato is promoted, it will be mayhem. So, I mean, in a good way, good mayhem, good chaos. Um, and even if he's not, it'll still be a very packed basho. And so right away, I'll just say if you're looking for tickets, you can always go over to Jeff and at buysumotickets.com. And he has, all the things you need to do, sumo events. So here is Nagoya in July, and it shows you, how to pre-order and the basic setup for tickets. Now, the seats he has are what is normally available in Nagoya. The new arena he obviously hasn't taken pictures of yet because he hasn't, nobody's been there yet. So it's now under construction. We do not have photos or measurements yet, but you can get an idea. So if you want to go to Nagoya, there you go. If you're coming in November and you want to go, look at that. There you go, Fukuoka, etc. Okay. And of course, Tokyo is the main house, and that's the current May tournament. And of course, those tickets are sold out. Um, you can contact Jeff, but he rarely gets cancellations. And September would be the next tournament in Tokyo, the Akiba show in September. And those, of course, pre-orders begin basically now, and tickets go on sale in August for that tournament. And that's of course, at the Kokugikan, the home of sumo. Okay, but going back over here, I might go in July. I'm going to contact Jeff and see. There's a chance I could go because my school is going to finish kind of early in July, and I can take a couple days off and maybe hit the end of the July bus show to see the new arena, etc. So I'll keep you apprised of what's going on there. And let you know. But yeah, I haven't been to Nagoya in many, many years just because it's so hot and it's kind of far away from where I am. And it's usually at a bad time of the year because I'm wrapping up the school year before the summer vacation. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the Banzuke and then we'll jump over to Fred's chart in a minute. But here is the picture Banzuke, as it were, with all the pictures of the guys. So, some notable promotions, demotions, we'll go over all that. Hoshoru, of course, our Yokozuna. Hopefully, he'll be back strong. Onosato, our returning champion, with Koto Zakura. Our two Sekewaki are Kirishima and Daisho. Komasubi, Takayasu, nice. And Wakataka Kage. Wakamoto Haru at M1 with Oho. Gonoyama Abi demoted down to M2. Tamawashi promoted up to M3. Hirata Umi is his partner at that rank. Takera Fuji at M4 with Ichi Yamamoto. Chiyoshoma and Ura at M5. Tobizaru Oshoma, Haku Oho at M7. Excuse me, with Chirana Umi. Kim Bozan and Onokatsu. And the middle of the pack at M8, Aonishiki now up to M9 with Midori Fuji there. Meisei and Shodai at M10. Endo Shishi at M11. Atami Fuji and Takanosho at M12. Toki Hayate and Sadanoumi at M13. Koto Shoho and Roga M14, Ryuden and Shonana Umi at M15, Kaio and Nishikigi at M16, Tamashoho and Asakoru at M17, and then because we only have two Ozeki right now, we have an M18, and that's Tochi Taikai up from the Juryo division, and we'll look at that in a minute. And then the interesting thing is if we go down to the Juryo division, right at the top is the Juryo champion, Kusano, and Matake Yumi's there with him. He is not retired. The former Ozeki, now in the second tier division, but by all accounts will be showing up to fight. And you can have a look for yourselves. Jump over to, I always have this link for this website in the description box, and you can have a look at who else is fighting in the second tier Juryo division. And I'll have some coverage of these matches, specifically because I'm interested in Kusano and how well he does. He, of course, is in one of the powerhouse stables, Isagahama, the former home of Teruno Fuji, and currently where Miyagino Oyakata Hakuho, the former Yokozuna Hakuho, has his wrestlers. And there you go, Takeda Fuji, Hakuoho, Midori Fuji, Itami Fuji. All are his wrestling partners when they spar. And then they've got three guys in Juryo. So quite a powerhouse stable. And Enho is made his way up to Makushita 10. So we hope he can, look at this, 6-1, 6-1, 6-1, 6-1, another 6-1. Look at this, another 6-1. I don't know if that would be enough to get to Juryo, probably. from J10, MS10, sorry, to Jurio, but a 7-0, I think, would definitely do it. But I think he just wants to get promoted and then maybe one more and he'll be back up in Jurio. Okay, so well, let's jump over to Fred's first, and then uh we'll go to the Bonzacay topics because they'll talk about some stuff and I can show it to you better on Fred's chart. So let me hit my stop share. Hello again. Full frame Jason there. And remind me to tell you about Okinaumi. He might be leaving that vaunted space on my wall soon. We'll talk about that at the end of the video if you're interested. Let's see. Okay, so I got to share one more time and the preview here. So this is the amazing Fred Pink, fredpink.com, who puts these charts together for us, and you just get a better idea of like who moved where. Takayasu with his 12 and 3. This is the technique prize at M4, went all the way up to Komusubi, so he kind of leapfrogged Wakamoto Haru here. Wakamoto Haru was at M1 with a 9 and 6, and that should be automatic promotion to Komusubi, but his brother got at Wakatake Kage, and he had to settle for retaining M1, and Takayasu went above him to get the other Komusubi slot. Kirishima, of course, going up from Komusubi with his 8 and 7 into Sekewake. Daisho maintaining. Oho getting dropped from Sekewake down to the Maegashira 1 slot with his 6 and 9. And Abi getting dropped from Komusubi with a 6 and 9 down to M2. Some other big losses, Chiyoshoma going down from M2 to M5, Tobizaru dropping from M3 to M6. Here's a plummet. Takanosho from M3 with that 3 and 12 all the way down to M12. So a 9 rank loss there with that terrible record. Here's some other 3 and 12s, 4 and 11s, Nishikigi and Shonana Umi. Both safe, but both way down at the bottom of the Bonzacay. The numbers here indicate how many times how many times they won a championship. So we are in an era now with the withdrawal of Terunofuji from fighting, where no wrestler competing actively has won more than 3 tournament championships. And it used to be Mitakeumi was in that group. Here he is when he was still, uh, fighting in the top division. But now he's down in Jurio. So the only man in the top division who's won 3 championships, believe it or not, is Onosato. Everybody else that's close only has 2. And then, we have a couple guys obviously toward the top that have 1. And Tamawashi, where is Tamawashi? Yeah, Tamawashi has 2. Shodai has 1, and then yeah, and then that's it. So that's kind of interesting. So here are the guys that came up: Roga, Kaio, Tamashoho, and Tochi Taikai. This green arrow means they got promoted, sorry, from Jurio, and these red arrows mean these guys dropped down. So Takara Fuji with his 3 and 12 went down. Nishiki Fuji with no wins. Excuse me. He went down. And then the 2 guys right at the bottom, as we thought, Mitakeumi and Shirokuma went down with their 6 and 9 and 5 and 10 right at the bottom of the Bonds case. So no surprise there. Asakoru holding on, with a 6 and 9 at M16, but he just goes down to M17. And yeah, these 2 guys were really, sort of on the edge, but they're both still fine. So I will put a link up to this if you want to study that chart, see where everybody is. As always, thanks to Fred for uh, providing me with this and everybody else. Anybody can go to fredpink.com and download it. And then this is the other chart he puts up, which I think is a lot of fun. And I don't think we've looked at it recently, but this is the height versus weight chart for the Makuuchi sumo fighters, updated as of the May 2025 Bonzacay. So here's 200 centimeters. It's 2 meters tall. Okay, and approximately what that is, about 6'6" in old style measurements. And So for instance, I'm 181 centimeters. So I thought I've always called myself 6 foot, but yeah, he has 6 foot way up here. I think I'm about 6 foot, but maybe I've shrunk. Maybe it's 182 centimeters for 6 foot, but maybe I'm 5'11 and a half. I don't know. Uh, so most of the sumo wrestlers are above 6 foot. You got to be pretty tall, and then we have some guys that are under, and then of course weight. Okay, so 130 kg and about what that is in pounds. So you got to be probably at least 300 pounds. That's the majority. If you get up to 400 pounds, which is about 185 maybe, you don't have many guys above 400 pounds. And we're going to talk about Musashi Maru soon, who often weighed in around 500 pounds. So that's huge. We haven't anybody tipping 200 kg is kind of like the number we don't see very often. Who Ichinojo, I think, used to clock in around 200 kg, but we don't have anybody even close to that right now. So just a little, if you want to see like, oh, Ura, people think of him as kind of short. But, he's obviously got three guys in the top division shorter than him. He's at 175 centimeters, 140 kg. Where are our really big guys? Well, here's Onosato, okay, one of the tallest at 192 centimeters and one of the heaviest at 183. There's really only, Shonana Umi, who's kind of got a similar build as him. Kim Bozon's also very big. He's not quite as heavy, but he's the tallest Rikshi right now from where's Kim Bozon from? Oh my gosh, my brain is freezing. He's not from Ukraine, is he? No. Okay, I'm gonna have to go check now. Um, I just totally am brain farting. She is from Ukraine. He's at 193 and pretty big guy. Aonishki, where's Aonishki? He should be in here. Oh, see, well, I guess he's relatively shorter than a lot of these other guys and very much slimmer, 136. And so you can kind of see Endo, Wakataka Kage, um, Asakoryu. So you think of him as pretty short when you see him, but he's actually taller or about the same height, obviously, as all these guys. And then he's taller than Tobizaru and Ura and Midori Fuji and Kaio. Coming up from Juryo is the shortest at 171. He has a very round body, Kaio, because he's also 168 kg. So just kind of a fun little chart, and you can also download that from fredpink.com. Okay, I gotta go look where Kim Bozon is from before my brain melts. Okay. Oh, okay. So, all right. Go back to sharing. So hold on. Why can I not think here? Oh, Kazakhstan. That's right. Kimbozan is from Kazakhstan. K and K. Okay. Why did I forget that? I don't know. Okay. So Banzuke topics. Let's see what they had to say. Daisho has been Sekewake for 4 tournaments and in Sanyaku for 6. Guy just has to get some numbers together. Let's look at Daisho real quick while we're doing this. So, yeah, as you can see, yeah, he was Komasubi, then Sekewake. Then he had 11. And people were hoping he'd have better numbers in March, but he only got 9, but that's still 20. So if he can get a 13 and 2 in May, or obviously better than that, 14 and 1, he would be promoted to Ozeki. I don't think a 12 and 3 would do it unless he won the U show with a 12 and 3. Then he'd probably get promoted. But yeah, so he's got a tall order. He's got to get 13 wins at Sekewake here to get promoted. But it is possible, so we'll talk about that from time to time. Daisho getting promoted. Kirishima returns. Takayasu returns. He hasn't been there since January of 2024, so it's been over a year. Wakataka Kage, he was in January of this year, 2025. He was Komusubi. Now he's back. Here's Kaio making his Makuuchi debut, so congratulations to him. Tochi Taikai is also making his Makuuchi debut, so you can read a little bit about them. Roga returning, Thomas Shoho returning to the top division. Down in Juryo, the guys making their debut are Miya Nokaze and Mita and Muraho. And then Diamami coming back. So some information there. And if we go to Juryo, here Mita and Muraho are down here, and Miyanokaze is from Okinawa, yay, is at J13. Muraho is the brother, I believe, of Oho. If I'm wrong, somebody tell me in the comments. So he was the Makushita champion back in January, which brought him all the way up to Makushita 3, and then he got a 4 and 3, so he's now in Juryo. So good for him. Um, yeah, there's Oho, his brother. So another Wakatake Kage, Wakamoto Haru type of thing, where they could both be in the top division if he has a good couple of tournaments. I don't think he would do it in one fell swoop, but you never know. And his older, well, and let's see, who's older? Oho was born in, click, click. Oho was born in the year 2000 and just turned 25. And Mudaho was born in 2001, so he's a year younger. And his birthday is not till September. So, okay. All right. So, obviously, you want to join the Patreon if you want to see daily match coverage. This is where it all happens. I do put up posts. Here is a post I made about a giveaway I'm doing right now, and you can I kind of wanted it to be special for the Patreon members and the YouTube channel members. So most of you watching this welcome video didn't see this video, but I'll talk about it at the end of this video. So if you want to know a little bit about it, and just that I sent out the prizes, and then here are the actual videos. There's the Onosato Championship interview, and of course the very exciting uh, championship playoff. I did do highlights for everyone just so you could see where everybody ended the championship. And yeah, so this is where my match coverage is now. It's over on Patreon. It's only $1 per month, and if you sign up for an entire year, it's only $10.80. So it's less than $1 a month, and you get access to everything. And I post probably 5 to 7 videos every day for 15 days. I rarely miss a day nowadays, but it does happen still sometimes. So, but it's obviously not everything. Some people want to see all 20 top division matches. That's not what my channel is. I curate, the matches and kind of hone in on the people that are on the leaderboard. And but I do put up highlights once or twice for sure every tournament where you get to see all 20 matches. I'm able to use the NHK coverage again now over here on Patreon. So if you're interested in that, head over the description. It's down. The link is down in the description box, but you can also just go over to Patreon and type in Sumo Jason, and you'll find it. And you can join for free. A lot of people have, but you don't get to see anything. So, other than maybe you just get notified that videos are coming. But yeah, you can only watch the videos if you pay, which is the way which is what allows me to do this, and NHK kind of leaves me alone because of that. Okay, Tachiai, as always, great coverage over there. They had their Bansuke review, what they had guessed, what they got right, what they got wrong, and this was their guess right here, and you can compare it to what actually happened. So if you're into that, nitty-gritty of the Bansuke, they always do a good breakdown over at Tachiai. Uh, Over Robert's site over at Big Sumo Fan. Again, just a great resource for getting sumo goods, and just tons of towels and cards and fans and picture bonzakes and books and all kinds of stuff. So feel free to go over there and check out all that he has to offer. Obviously, something like this, if you click on this, then look at all the different ones he has that you can get. Wow, he really has magnets. So you just have to hit the drop down and look at all these guys, and a lot of these guys are retired now. So Aoyama Amanishiki, Toyonoshima, the guy who drew these unfortunately has passed away. So I don't know if they're going to hire someone to draw in his style, or this seems a little bit of a different style than this, which is a great Takayasu. And but yeah, they're really fun. So this is yen, but you'd probably see dollars if you go. Um, and he often helps me with prizes. So if you win a prize in the contest and it's not easy for me to mail you something, you can get a gift certificate. And he mails all over the world. I don't know if any of the tariff stuff has impacted his business or not. So speaking of the contest, here it is. This is my editing page, so it looks a little different for you. But basically, you pick a team of wrestlers. Please, 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 I meant to tell. Here, I'm gonna do it right now. I meant to tell Mike to do this. Hit bold. Under 20 characters on your screen name, please. Don't put a ton of emoji and stuff all on the border of your name or have a huge long name. Just under 20 characters. And your email, I don't do anything with your email. I don't use it, sell it, show it to anyone. I just have to use it if to contact you if you win. And so you have to pick one out of the Yokozuna Ozeki group, which is a tough choice. One out of the four Sekiwake Komusubi, and then we do four groupings of the Maegashira rank guys. So pick one guy from each group for a team of six guys. And then at the bottom, just as a tiebreaker type question, who do you think will be the first to get 8 wins, maybe on day 8 or day 9? Who do you think will be the first to get his Kachikoshi? So pick someone, and that can help break a tie if there's two of you that win the same prize. We can look at that perhaps. So obviously, we've only got one response so far, and that's just me. um, and my choices, but soon, hopefully, many of you as well. Okay, so link is down in the description. And as I said, it'll be open until Monday the 12th for entries, and then I close it off. You can't go but change it. If somebody pulls out with an injury on day 3 or something, that's just bad luck for that tournament. And best of luck to everybody. We had about 700 people last time, so that's a good number. Okay, anything else? No, I think that's about it. I'm looking forward to the tournament. Obviously, no matches have been posted yet. It's still too early, and we will get some guys that will pull out of the tournament usually, but hopefully nobody in the top two divisions. Um, so I recently picked up this card in an auction that I'm really happy about. This is Musashi Maru, who's now Musashigawa Oyakata. He doesn't have any real top ranked wrestlers, any Maegashira or Juryo wrestlers in his stable, but he was from Samoa and then moved to Hawaii and was one of the second foreign-born Yokozuna after Akebono. And this is a card that's numbered out of 50, so it's kind of limited. It's not signed, but he's actually my age. He was born a year after me. He's 54, I'm 55. And he obviously is still in sumo, decided to stay in Japan, and just one of the great Yokozuna. He was active right up until just about when I started. I think he retired in 2002 or 2003, right when Asashoru was taking over. And he was the last, well, I mean, you could say last non-Mongolian for a long time, but of course we did have Onosato in there. That's why people are so excited about Onosato, because he'll be the first Japanese-born Rikishi to become Yokozuna. Uh, it feels like in 20 years, but we did have Onosato in there for a little tiny bit. Okay, so what was that giveaway about? What was I talking about there? So I made this video and I went around my apartment and I kind of want to take a bunch of stuff off the walls and just sort of, I've lived here 9 years now and some of the stuff's been up on the wall for a while. So I said, well, here's all this sumo stuff I'm going to take down if any of you want it. And I just did a Google page you could go, and I wanted it again to be mostly for Patreon members and a YouTube channel member. So if you're one of those two things, maybe you missed the video because I posted it right before I went on my cruise in late April. Check it out. Feel free to hit the link. I said I'll keep it open until the 17th or 18th. I can't remember what I made the deadline. Um, but I was looking at all the people that have entered, and every single person has all wants the sumo stuff, which is great. One of the things I said I might give away is Okinaumi here, who is on his color side. I just flipped him over this morning. So welcome back to color. Uh, but I had three other categories of stuff I was trying to give away. One was Blu-ray DVDs, and only one person signed up. So if you're that one person, you're getting them, unless other people sign up in the next few days. And then there was some Star Wars stuff and some Marvel, DC comic book related stuff. So I guess what I'm saying here is, if you're watching this video and you're not a member of Patreon or the YouTube channel, but especially if you have children, if you have a child, you know, teenager or below that's really into Star Wars, send me an email. I'll send you the link to the video. Watch it. If they're interested and they want the stuff, it's free. I'm even going to pay shipping. You just have to say I want it. Or if you have, like me, if you have a son or a daughter that's really into Marvel, look at all these toys I have, or Star Wars, um, let me know, and I will send you a link to the video. It's unlisted basically, so it's just not out there. And then you can watch it and see what's on offer. And if you're interested, just email me back. And my email is jasonsumo2023 at gmail.com. So, yeah, I was hoping that somebody with a child that's really into Star Wars or Marvel or something would want some of those items to put up on their walls or something, but no takers. So that's fine. I mean, it's a sumo channel, so I get it. I get why the sumo stuff was popular. Uh, but yeah, for the sumo people, I'll probably just have to do like pick a number because there's a bunch of you that wanted the stuff. But or I'll do maybe two and I'll split it into two piles or something. But anyway, more about that next weekend when I have some time to think about that. Other than that, I think we're gonna end it here. I'm trying to think, was there anything else I was supposed to tell you? No, I think we'll have a good bus show. I mean, obviously the excitement is Hoshoru going to come back strong? Is Onosato going to be able to hold him off and get wins and possibly win his second U show in a row and thus get promoted to Yokozuna? My merch link down. This is the one with yeah, the stuff about uh, watching on the old channel. The link for my t-shirts. I wore a couple sumo shirts on the cruise that got a lot of good comments from Japanese people on the cruise, as well as my Zen Zen Wakaranai shirt, which always gets a great reaction. So they're for sale on my own shop. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. Well, I hope you're having a good start of May. Looking forward to the sumo. School will be going full swing, but I don't foresee anything really keeping me from coming home each day and putting up content and trying to do my best to bring you daily coverage, full coverage as much as I can. Using the DVR at some times, but being home live to watch at other times, hopefully. And of course, at the weekends, there shouldn't be any problem. There's yeah, there's nothing going on like the 17th, 18th, 24th, 25th, as far as I know. So, thanks for watching this video and check out all the links, join the contest, and I'll see you on Sunday the 11th for day one action. Of course, the Sumo Summary Show will also be here on YouTube each night, and I will do my best to be awake and bring that to you as well. Me talking about what happened that day, looking ahead to who's going to fight the next day for 20 minutes or so in the evenings. I post that usually around 9 or 10 p.m. my time in Japan after I've, watched the coverage posted, eaten dinner, and then have time to put that up for you guys over here on YouTube. Okay? Take care. Peace.